Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today was Thursday the 19th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Kind of cold, windy as hell still. That wind had a crazy, crazy bite to it. Kind of tried to rain a little bit off and on, just still muddy everywhere is basically what it was. Insane amount of wind. We're talking, I don't know, we haven't went I think 3 days without winds over 30 mile an hour for like the last probably 10 days now. It's been kind of crazy how it's been going. So definitely got some cold fronts coming in right now. It's getting colder and colder, and I think it's supposed to be down to the teens possibly tonight. I don't know, it's kind of a weird ass thing that's happening here. So went ahead, got up today, didn't sleep that great, had some stuff to get done early this morning, knocked it out of the way real fast, went out to the shop, didn't really get much done. I was going to start building the closet storage unit for my van, and realized I probably should get the van actually back before I do that, because I don't really know, I don't know, just it makes more sense to actually have it right here and verify 100% what's going to fit where and how, whatever. So the van's out of the shop. Don't even know if they've even looked at it yet or not. So I think I'll probably swing by tomorrow with a notebook and some pens and stuff and some tape measures to make some notes. I'm going to start building a couple of things I think I know I want to put for the shelving on the one side that doesn't really matter. It's got to be a certain size to do what I need it to do. So I'll go ahead and probably start building that stuff in and figuring that out so I can, when I get the van back, I can install it. Hopefully the van build goes, or van repairs go quickly and go cheaply. That's the big thing. So having flushed the transmission, I think, is a really good idea, because it's been a while, I'm sure. I don't know if, who knows when it was flushed last, if ever. So getting that done made me feel a lot more confident before I head out to Florida in that thing. Don't know if that's going to happen yet. Still trying to put that together. Ended up getting a request to watch some dogs overnight for a client that it's the night I would actually be camping in Florida if I get down there on time. So I'd actually emailed them back and said, hey, that trip still has not been 100% guaranteed yet. If it doesn't go through, I would love to watch your dogs. They're great dogs. If it does go through, I'm going to be in Florida, so I can't watch the dogs. So he understood and told me just keep him informed and stuff. And I told him I should know in the next, 4 or 5 days, I'm hoping. And we go from there. So that was fun. Talking to a guy that's wanting to buy some of my woodworking tools and just stuff I've upgraded to much newer, much nicer stuff, and selling off some of my old stuff. And he's like an hour and a half away, and he's trying to find times to come down and look at it and pick it up, whatever. I had suggested I was going to be making a trip like an hour, because he says an hour and 45 minutes away, and he's actually the opposite direction of where I'm going to be going this weekend possibly, so that would not help me at all. Although there is a possibility I might be going and volunteering at a race. If they'll let me and my dog both in to volunteer, I'll probably do it. I don't want to pay a babysitter or dog sitter to watch him while I go volunteer at a race. That wouldn't make much sense. And it's a off-road crazy trail race with mud and grossness, and they're calling for possibly 3 to 4 inches of snow here in Iowa this weekend, which ought to be fun. With the race is up in Des Moines, and if I do go to that race, I'm going to try and get a hold of the guy and verify if he wants at least the one biggest thing that's like, I don't know, $300 or so. I might offer to run it by to him. But the scary part of that is if for some reason he decides not to, or if the guy's a flake like everybody else has been on Craigslist lately, I'm now stuck with a giant, like 5-foot long, woodworking tool in the back of my van that's going to make it really, really crappy to camping. So I was going to try and go out and spend the night and camp out, and it'd be my first really cold night camping, so it'd be kind of fun to experiment with that with the heater and whatnot. I was going to go volunteer at the race, then camp out that night after the race. That way I wasn't, if I do get super crazy cold and stuff, I can just pack up and go home and not feel horrible and miss volunteering the next day. So that right there is the plan. I don't know if it'll actually happen or not. Who the hell knows? It's really, really hard telling. So we'll see. We got to get the wiring done. I got to get that diagrammed and figured out. And I don't know if I'm putting solar on top of the van or just going to let the alternator charge it up yet. I haven't made that mind up 100%. I really want to put the solar up on there, but I don't know. I need to figure out a rack to mount my kayaks and all that. But I think right now, because I don't know how to mount them and still get my solar to work and everything else, I don't want to spend $900 on a custom rack made, then have to change it. I think my plan is going to be not to take my kayaks with me on this first trip to Florida. My plan is to leave them home, and then when I get down there, just borrow somebody else's kayaks or canoes, or rent some and go from there. So I got a handful of people that will, I've been talking to from Florida that were more than happy, I think, to loan me some stuff. I got a guy who wanted to take me out some deep sea fishing, which that'd be really interesting. That'd be cool. I want to definitely go spot some gators and wrestle a gator. That is definitely something I want to do, is jump on a gator's back and out in the wild, which I don't know if that's legal, but I might fall off a boat on top of a gator. That's how it works. If I get eaten by a gator, I'm good with it. But that's something I've wanted to do, like ever since I was a little kid, is jump on the back of a gator. So, and I'd like to jump on like a big old 8-footer, but I don't think they'll let me do that first time out. At least not with anybody else around. I can go out on my own and jump on an 8-footer, but there's a good chance I'll die that way almost for certain. So we'll see. I'm just so hoping this trip comes together. I'm looking probably $4,000. I'm thinking it's going to cost me by the time it's all done and said and over with, and that with everything going on. $4,000's a shitload of money, but it's a hell of a good time. I've got a bunch, like I said, I got a bunch of people down in Florida I've been talking to, a bunch of new friends I've never met in person yet that I want to get down there to. Got some people I want to go running with, some fishing with, and some having just a good old time there. So we'll see. Like I said, really hard telling if I'm going to make it through or not. Just trying to get some things squared away. That van's going to be the big one. Depending on what it costs me to get that put together and how quickly that comes together is going to make a big, big difference. Because if I don't get down there soon, I got to postpone it because I got a doctor's appointment the 16th. I got to get to Florida and back by then, and I got Thanksgiving plans. So if I don't get down there, if they don't get fixed real quickly, because I'm planning on making this a long journey. I'm not going to just drive straight through. It's like 24 hours down there. I'm not going to drive straight through. I'm going to plan on making it probably like a 5-day trip down, maybe longer. Spend 3 or 4 or 5 days there on the area there, and then drive 3 or 4 or 5 days back up. So it's going to end up being like, we're talking 10 plus 12 15 days, something like that. That's my goal. Down there, we should be nicer weather, so it won't be nearly as bad living out of the van, which will be awesome. So hitting the gyms for showers, that kind of stuff. I'm going to take my solar shower with me and that kind of thing also. You'd be amazed at how quickly the sun will heat up water to shower, after a run, that kind of thing, and work out and stuff. So definitely looking crazy forward to it. I got so many just ideas what I want to do down there. I will not be there long enough, but my goal is to get down there, try it out, come back, head back down again. So I actually was talking to somebody the other day, and we was kind of laughing and joking about the fact that I almost could see myself moving to Florida, except the summer heat definitely scares the crap out of me. There actually is a business down there I'm going to go look at that's for sale at the moment. Doable price. It's be a cash purchase price, which would be impressive to be able to step foot into well, I don't know if it's successful or not. It's been in business for a long time. A running, operating business that I know I can make successful, or at least I could before. It's one of the ones I've actually had in the past, same type of business, that be interesting. A whole new market, whole new people, whole new attitude, obviously, but it'd be interesting to see. And part of me thinks about getting back into it, although at the time that really was it became my whole obsession, my whole life, and I was putting in 80 plus hours a week, and it's the only thing I had in my life. So this time, if I did it, I would definitely be hiring people around me to help give myself the free time and the ability to not become my job. And that was one of the things I really hated back in the past, was I had really become my job, and how I identify. It's the only thing I said is like, this is me, I am own such and such, and it was this big deal. And I was making, at one point, I was making crazy money. I mean, I was making 6 figures plus, and it's just, I don't know, I didn't like who I was when I was making that crazy money. I was making people do dumb things. I didn't make them, I guess, but making dumb bets, like $100 to eat a bowl of shit they didn't want to eat, and just stupid stuff, offering people money for dumb bets and dumb things that you got people who are, I hate to say it, but desperate for money almost. I was a dick. I really was just an asshole, and I was just, I don't know, I abused my use of money deeply, and I was superbly unhappy with who I was at the time. And I actually I gave up on that part of my life, and I'm thinking this time I could do it differently in the whole process, and maybe not get so obsessed with winning and by making more money than the next person, and maybe treat it a little bit better in the process. And we'll see what happens, but who knows? I think I'm a different person. I'm a much better person now than I was. I gave away so much of my net worth. It was crazy. I'd been planning on giving away for a handful of years there. And I finally, just after a couple of years, I had a really bad experience where thought somebody was with me for the money, kind of thing, as one of those deals. So I said, fuck it. And literally just with the stroke of a keyboard and then one signature, got rid of more money than I'll probably ever see again in one personal place in my life again. So, and I felt so damn relieved after that. It was amazing. And I realized if anybody's going to be with me, it's going to be because of my obviously charming sense of humor, and not because of the fact that I can buy them fancy shit. So, and I've been living my life dirt cheap for the last few years now, and it's amazing how much better I feel about all that. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.